What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and this video is going to be on how to network as a producer. So this is something I kind of struggled with in the past, just kind of coming up with creative ways to hit people up rather than being like, yo bro, let me send some loops or beats. So I want to give you guys some insight on how I've done that and what I've had success doing as far as hitting people up in the past. So let's get into it. So the first prong of my approach is artists, the second prong is producers, and the third prong is engineers. So first off with artists, you gotta either find local people or people on Twitter and Instagram who you think have potential but aren't super established yet, because a lot of those super established people aren't gonna reply to you, and that's no like slight to you or whatever. They just have a lot of DMs and probably aren't gonna see that. So don't really waste your time sending stuff to super big artists, but reach out to people who are slightly bigger than you would think are attainable, because you never know what will stick. A good way to build a relationship before you hit people up is to just kind of interact with them on the timeline. Just send them random tweets, or if they're on Instagram, like comment random stuff. Or if you're listening to a lot of their music, just post that you're listening to it on your Instagram and stuff like that. So they kind of get a feeling of who you are and that you genuinely like their music and just aren't hitting them up to gain clout off of them or something like that. The second prong, like I said, was producers. So working with other producers, you kind of have to figure out if you're a loop maker or if you're a drum guy. So I personally do both. I have people that send me loops, and I also send my loops to people. And personally, I've had more success sending my loops out, I would say, because I've had like my biggest song, you could say, that's came from me sending out my loop, and it also got played on OVO Sound Radio. So shout out to Sparkeem. Me and him produced that. He totally got that song for me with Lil Gray. And yeah, like I said, it was on OVO Sound Radio, so that was really cool to see. And pretty much how I've built a relationship with Sparkeem is just through Twitter and Instagram. I've definitely never met him in real life, but I just randomly tweeted him one day, and he followed me back, and I asked him if I could send loops. And this came at a really good time, because beforehand, like, I wasn't really confident in my loops, but by the time I started sending him loops, I was confident. One, that my loops were good, and two, that my loops were like in the same sound that he makes. Like, you don't want to be sending stuff to people that has nothing to do with their sound. For example, if someone raps on like Pierre type of beats, you don't want to be sending them like boom bap type of beats, because it just doesn't work. Same thing with loops. Make sure when you're reaching out to people that you're finding people that make similar stuff to you. I'll probably do a whole video on like how to find your niche too, so if you guys would be interested in that, leave a comment down below, because that'll probably come out. The third and final approach, like I said earlier, was hitting up engineers. So engineers are kind of the slept on guys in rap music, but they're always in the studio with artists, and whenever an artist needs a beat, they ask an engineer. I highly recommend offering even like splits for paying clients for engineers. So if somebody gives you like 50 for a beat, you break the engineer off 10 or something like that. Or if it's a big artist and you think there's a possibility for like a big royalty, you could offer royalty splits to that engineer, depending on how close you are with them and how solid that relationship you've built is. So really, at the end of the day, networking is all about building genuine relationships and finding places to give you opportunities. So like being in local studios, for example, if you have any by you, is a great way to just meet other artists and hungry people. Like if people are in the studio every week and they're buying big sessions, you know that they're serious about their music and that they're people that you might want to work with. And especially if they have a similar sound to you, just know that that's a really good person to lock in with. And the same thing goes for the internet. Like once you get yourself in little circles, it'll be easier to find people. So really just work on building out your sound and finding people that you like and that are genuine to you. And yeah, it's up from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys learned some good ways to hit people up, and yeah, I hope you guys success in the future. And if any of you guys want to work with me, just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I kind of am busy a lot, but I will try and make everything I can with some of you guys. So yeah, let's get it, baby.